Mm-hmm. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, my dear family, depending on what time zone you're in or what time you're watching this video. And if you're watching this video, then you've tuned in because today we have returned with some Queen Chinchilla, this time with Cut You Off. And I am excited for this one because we have heard about her cutting off fingers in the past, and it seems that she has done so this day. So I, for one, cannot wait to get into this video. I hope that you're as excited as I am, and I look forward to sharing this moment with you, to us, to this moment, and to Queen Chinchilla. Much love you all. Onwards! I think I had a little too much fun with that intro.
Cut you off. I blocked your number and I cut you off. I stole your thunder, you've had too much attention already. So I used what you left me to sharpen my machete.
Oh. Okay, I know a drop's coming, but hang on one second. That line. I used what you left me to sharpen my machete. You sharpen a machete with stone. Right, you sharpen any blade really with like whetstones and stuff like that. So she's saying that what you left in my heart was almost a stone compared to what it should be. You left me feeling that way. You left me feeling cold and hard, and that's why she's sharpening her machete, which is now her weapon. She's turned her what has been done to her into a weapon, which is beautiful. And also, I love that she's saying "cut you off" because it's like, yeah, you can't entertain the crap that people give you if they're not there with your best interests, right? If they actually deter from your life, then you don't have a reason to keep them around. It doesn't really even matter who they are, right? Because if they don't treat you with respect, who else will, right? Or rather, I should say, if you don't treat you with respect, who else will, right? And so you need to respect yourself enough to just walk out of that. So cut them off. Oh, she cut those fingers off. I'm so hyped. Okay. I'm ready for this drop now.
Testament. Teeth in a conversation, feed them a tongue untied. Deep in a rumination, me and a bottle of wine.
Woo, okay.
I lost my mind.
Yeah, this is like what happened with the Nox video. Like when the bass dropped, I heard nothing else. I was like, dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, the production on this is so quality. It is so good. Now it's got more of like this sly sinister to it. Let's go back to hear what she said, but god damn, that was nice.
Testament. Teeth in a conversation, feed them a tongue untied. Deep in a rumination, me and a bottle of wine. I lost my mind.
Oh, when she starts thinking about all the stuff that happened, she realizes that she's lost her mind. She's lost who she used to be. She's lost the thoughts of the person that used to be her. And so now she's realizing that. And she's saying, deep in a conversation, now her tongue untied because she's always held it back, right? Not even necessarily that she's held it back, but that she's always gotten caught up in the moment. And so she got tongue-tied. But now it's untied. We're unhinged. We're going all in. I love it. Okay.
Shit left me gaslit, top class, bad dick, that shit. Married to the power I like,
Ooh.
I lost my mind. You're so fucking bad for me.
Hang on, married to the power I don't have or I lack? Is that what it was? I have to go back for a second. Power I lack. Yeah. What a line, right? Because it's like you gave that power away, but now you're realizing that I'm married to that lack of power. I've actually become almost like entrenched into it. That feeling of lack of power has now become something I've become so comfortable with that I've become married to it. Wow. And this is after she started to realize, this is when it all starts to surface, that she's been kind of like gaslit. She's been basically just manipulated in this relationship. And now she's starting to see it all. And I love the color palette. I mean, man, red and black, who knew, right? But damn, I love it in this because I love that the blood almost even looks kind of like chemicals throughout this whole thing. And we're seeing that at the start, her mind was stony, right? Here. And then after, now we're starting to see it kind of seep in. And now we're kind of focused on the red. Now it's like we're pumping blood back into our heart and our brain. Bro, that's pretty fire. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I lost my mind. You're so fucking bad for me. Still I censor every feeling of profanity. Your fragility could never take the fall.
Oh yeah.
This was inevitable. Cut you off. I blocked your number and I cut you off. I saw your thunder. You've had too much attention already.
Ooh.
So I use what you left me to sharpen my machete. I cut you off. I blocked your
Goddamn.
number and I cut you off. I saw your thunder. Let it rain on my life like a confetti. Don't call me or text me. I warned you. Don't test me. I see that you're trying to soften something down.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. The ad-lib, the scream, that stuff, guys, gets me every time. I'm so sorry. But if we take a second here, it's like, this is the chorus we were hearing a moment ago, right? And the chorus was at the start, but it was very much, it was way quieter, right? Things were toned back. And then it's almost like that's the first realization, right? Where you're like, oh man, this is how it's been. And that's where we start to get those thoughts come in, like you gaslit me, you've basically made me feel like nothing, right? And then we get to this revamp of the chorus where it's this swell of music, swell of emotion, swell of energy. And it's because now we're like, yeah, you did us wrong. And we're kind of getting into our zone now of like, how dare you? It's cut you off. It's like, you know, when she was saying cut your fingers off in fingers, but now it's actually cut you off. Something that's super cool too, along like the whole ride, there's like this little fly. And it's there because that's who that person was. They're this insignificant speck making us feel like less than we are because it makes them feel bigger, right? And so instead of allowing that person to continue this way, we now come to that realization that we don't need them in our life because they're not adding to our life. They're actually actively detracting from it. They're making us feel bad about ourselves, and we need to cut them off. Right? And that's kind of what we're going for here. Yo, and the way it all kind of swells, oh, you could feel the power, you could feel the rush. And I love that line that like your ego's too fragile to take the fall, basically, because it's like, yeah, you talk big, but when you really come down to it, you talk big and you hurt others because you're hurting inside and you can't even realize that. So if I was to take you to the place where you're actually at and show you what's going on in your mind, it would break you. So I haven't done that for your sake so far. But here it is. You've pushed me to this limit. Now I'm going to show you. And then we get this swell, this rush. Oh my God. And we got the fly on the screen. Oh, okay. All right. I want to hear that again. That was a crazy drop. Oh my God. The scissors. This is almost James Bond-esque too. The background. And she's the Bond. Again, the hat. Oh. Don't call me or text me. I warned you, don't test me. I see that you're trying to soften something you can't deny. My vision's vivid, I'm livid. I see it playing on a rewind. I lost my mind. That's what we were just saying, right? She's like, now it's clear to me that you are this creature who is just inhibiting my happiness, right? And now I see it. Now I can see it plain in sight that you are not good for me, that you're not good for anybody, not even for yourself in this moment, because you're actually actively kind of betraying your own happiness. And so she's like, why would I stay in this, right? That's what, oh my God, this is so dope. Oh man. And then the rewind, I love that because it's like, yeah, now you're going over all the things in your head, over all the moments. So you're rewinding into your past and looking through it, being like, the first time I was there, my vision was muddy. I was kind of caught up in the relationship or whatever it might be, right? But now that I'm taking a step back to breathe and reevaluate, my vision is vivid. I can see everything. I can see all the colors. I can see the red, the blood in the water, right? And that's kind of almost even, I guess, what's being represented here. It's like there's blood there, right? in the water, and she just didn't realize that it was there because in the moment you're caught up in it. You think it's fine, but then you start to realize, no, this is not good for me. And this is that ignition. Oh my god. Okay. This face.
Before I know that is bad for me.
Oh my god, I love the way the lyrics are, like, just look at the way the lyrics are presented in this video. It's so cool. This is what I love about like really good lyric videos. You could watch it twice, once for the song and then once for the way the lyrics are presented, and you'll get different kind of experiences depending on which way you watch it. God damn, let's go back and watch that.
I don't want it to be put on me to trigger your memory and relive mine. You remember too well, professional. What happened to tell your lie? Let me leave before
I love that. She's like, I don't want to, basically, for it to be put on me to make you feel better, right? I don't want to be the reason, like, I don't want to always be the one be like, hey, you're great, you know what I mean? And like, also, like, just it's what ends up happening. It's almost like a narcissist, right? You're dealing with a narcissist here. I love that line so much. I want to go back and read it because, like, yeah, so I don't want it to be put on me to trigger your memory and relive mine, right? So this is actually two layers. One is like that narcissism angle that we just talked about, but then the other angle too is like, I don't want to have to relive the pain that you bring me every single day, right? And that's something that it's so ingrained, it's your memory, it's your mind. And so I don't want to relive that anymore. It's not fair to me. And she's finally realizing that, right? And then also the word there, trigger, is not an accident because this person knows your triggers, right? They know where to pull those triggers to make you feel the worst. And this is that realization that you've always been doing this. You've always been treating me this way. And I don't want that to be the way my life is for the rest of the time. We're moving away from this. Oh, holy.
you remember too well. Let me leave before I know that is bad for me. Still I lied, let it slide, cause I feel bad, you see. Your fragility could never take the fall. You're so fucking immature.
Oh, are we? Oh, yeah. Yo. Oh, okay. The rain like confetti, because she's cutting it to ribbons. She's cutting the memory, she's cutting the experiences. She doesn't want any of that anymore. So she's letting it rain down like confetti, which you throw at a celebration. So it's literally cutting up this experience, destroying it, tearing it to shreds, watching it and enjoying it like it's a freaking party, because it is. It's a party of release from the pain that you were in and suffering through. Holy. Oh my god. I really love this like James Bond aspect here too. That's so cool. And it almost feels like that, like the sly, like sleuth music. You know what I mean? Oh, damn. Okay.
Smash my phone up, threw it at the wall, cause you called one too many times. What you do that for? Now I'm lying on the floor, racking up a debt. Now I'm anxious and I'm phoneless. What a mess.
Oh.
Never used to believe in that.
Okay, hang on. Just so I don't forget that moment, but I like that it's like now I'm lying here in debt, but it's two debts, right? One is your phone is broken, which kind of sucks, but you got to this point because you realize that this person, now that I'm gone, is now chasing me, right? Because she said she cut you off, and now all of a sudden you keep calling. Why? Because you realize that this person who you gave up was actually really good for you, right? That they were a great person, but you didn't see that. And now that you do see it, now that this person has stepped away from you, you're like, oh man, no, I want that back, but it's too late. It's too late. You made your bed. Now you got to lie in it, right? And then the other side of that is the debt that's accumulating in the mind, because even though they're calling and you're ignoring it, you still think about that person now. So you're accumulating mental debt to this person's calls. Even if you don't care about them, to some degree, you're still going to be thinking about the fact that they're calling, and that makes you anxious, that makes you nervous. She already said that. So it's taxing your brain, your emotional well-being to be receiving these calls. And it's like, well, you know what? I just got to cut you off entirely. I got to make sure I block your number. I got to make sure I block everywhere that you have contact. Make sure I don't ever see you again. Holy smokes. And in this moment where we're kind of like now out of it, where there's not as much blood in the water, the background is more black and white, because now she can see things as they were in black and white. It's clear, like it's black and white, how bad that stuff was. But I'm concerned because we got mellow. I'm really hoping we're not going back. I hope that's not how this ends. But I love this. And we get the cracked screen because her phone is broken because she threw it against the wall, which also, think about the phone. It represents your communication to so many people now. That's how we connect to most people, is through a phone or through a cell phone. And that's what she threw against the wall because she doesn't want those connections as a person. Oh, okay.
I'm anxious and I'm phoneless. What a mess.
This choral.
Till you stole all my money. Wasted energy backing you. Now it's something I have to do. I got you.
Yes.
I blocked your number and I got you. I saw your thunder in the rain. All my life take crazy. Don't call me or text me. I want you, don't text me.
Come on, man. I gotta listen to that part one more time. That was so good. I love that too. She's like, I never used to think it was a good idea, right? Because you never have had to been put into such a situation so bad that you've actually had to cut someone off. But you get to this point where it's like, this person is so bad for you, and they're so persistent in the way that they're now chasing you that that's it. You gotta cut them off. And then you start to understand this is why people do it. Because there are people out there that are so toxic, but still try to weasel their way back into your life. And you just have to cut them off. Because that's the only options left. Yo. Holy, that last, I love it.
Never used to believe in that. Till you stole all my money, in fact. Wasted energy backing you. Now it's something I have to do.
And just to think about it, it's not even necessarily a relationship. It could be like a relationship with a person, but it could be her relationship with the music industry, which kind of like inevitably, like we've seen in the Money Game, they give you a portion and then you get they keep the rest, right? And so like that happens in a lot of industries. And so that's what she started to realize. And she's like, this industry is not good for me. But it also applies to a relationship with a person. And I love that. It's the dichotomy. It's like the ability to apply this to so many different situations, because it doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be insert person here. It could be literally anybody. And yet it fits in so many different situations. I'm sure that at least to some degree, a lot of us have, almost all of us, have someone in mind where like, yeah, this person could have fit this song. Even if it's not to the same degree, to the same like level, but just a little bit. Like there's some relatability here no matter who you are. And this is so, and it gives you this like empowering feeling. Like this is the way that the music hits, it swells. Oh, so good. I love that line. God damn. Oh man, come on. That was amazing. Another banger, but should we expect anything less at this point? And yet the best part is like, just like Ren, it's music with a meaning. So like when you're listening to this, man, it gets you thinking, right? I'm sure there are people right now in situations like this where they're like, maybe I'll say, maybe it'll get better. To those people, I say, think about how long it's been that way, right? Many people are kind of ingrained in their ways. Some people don't even realize they're that way, right? Some people truly don't even realize how toxic they can be. And that's something you need to step away from, because you don't need that in your life. You don't need someone in your life who's going to hinder you, who's going to make you feel bad about yourself, who's going to take things from you, who's going to kind of like put you in this cage. You don't need that. You don't need that in your life. Step away from it. When you step away and you take a look at everything that's happened, you take a look at how your life could be without that person in your life, you start to realize that maybe you don't need to be in this relationship, even if you've been in this relationship for years. Maybe you've been in it for decades. Maybe you're married to this person. And I hope this is not the case, but sometimes it is. And sometimes that's the truth. Sometimes you just need to take a step back, because this person is usually in most cases like this, narcissistic or selfish to some degree. And then that they'll never see your perspective because they only see theirs. And that's the scary part, is that we spend so much time offering this person our heart, and they don't even see that portion. They see it in a completely different lens. And then in and of itself, we lose ourselves trying to appease and please this person who will never see us the same way. So take a step back. Think about what happiness means to you, and think about if happiness truly means being with that person or being in that situation, whatever it might apply to, like we talked about earlier. What a banger of a song. Oh my God. I was not prepared for that chorus at all. I was not also prepared for the scream, the ad-libbing. I love that stuff. You guys know this, but it got me. Oh, I love hearing her do it because her voice is so powerful and she just nails them. And she hits it with the passion and the emotion that you expect her to hit it with. So clean. Oh my God. All right. Well, Queen Chinchilla heading out of the park again. No surprise there. Man. Awesome. I'm so excited. I'm going to go listen to that on repeat. Love you all. Hope that your week is better than your day. Your month is better than your week, and your year is better than your month. Love you all. See you on the next one.